Here we go.
Hello and welcome to the Greeley Station Theatre. I am your host, Stacey Campbell, and we could not be more thrilled that you are joining us for our very first live show. This is a crazy online experiment brought to you by the fine folks at the Greeley Station, as well as the Digital Grid Players, an improv group that's been working together for the past 27 minutes. So we are joining you live from all around the country, Chicago, Greeley, and my personal favorite, Georgia. No wine, but it's just, in fact, all of the players that we have here tonight are currently or formerly from the Greeley area, because as we all know, the best things come from Greeley, Colorado, right?
It's true. It's the city of the future.
Sure. So let's meet the players. Let's go. Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hey.
Hey,
Yes. Good. And we've already heard that people out there in internet land are doubting that we're live. That's ridiculous. Daniel, just to prove that we're live, pick your nose.
Oh wait,
that could not be scripted. That could not be pre-recorded. All right, so we're gonna go around the horn here and meet all of our players. We're gonna start right down here in the corner with Katie. Katie, tell us where you are and something interesting about you.
I am in Chicago, Illinois, and I have two different colored eyes. I don't know if you can tell on my webcam, but I do.
That's amazing. That is amazing. But if she drinks too much, her nose is only one color. So, Daniel, you're next.
Yes, I am Daniel, and since this quarantine has started, I have become more Scotch than human.
I don't know if I'd say it started with quarantine, Daniel. I feel like that's
Hey, raise your hand if you care what Katie thinks. Put your hand down, Rob.
She's warming up.
Where you are and something about you.
Hello, I'm Abe. I am in Windsor, Colorado, and I don't know. Daniel took my line about Scotch, and I couldn't think of anything else.
Oh man! So glad you're here for improv.
Right?
Yay.
All right.
Wait,
How about Kimberly? Where are you? There you are, Kimberly.
Yeah.
How about you?
Oh, I'm Kimberly, and I am from Greeley, Colorado, and I once won a second place ribbon at my county fair for drawing Jennifer Aniston without a nose.
That's amazing.
It's the weirdest competition I've ever heard of.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was the name of that contest?
It was the county fair. It was for the whole county.
Oh.
As
Was
There
the
was a
Draw
lot
Jennifer
on
Aniston
that
without a nose
year.
event?
I would pay good
There's a
money.
lot more people
Yes,
than
yeah.
you would expect.
Noseless Jennifer Aniston magazine.
the one comment on it was, "Where's her nose?" And I thought that's an artistic choice.
Okay, moving on. Rob, how about you? Where are you? There.
My name is Rob. I am in Greeley, Colorado, and I am a LaCroix sommelier. I am trained to almost taste what flavor it is.
Wow. Who taught you?
Disappointment.
A ghost of a lemon.
That is a fantastic talent. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you very
Sam,
much.
bring us home.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Sam, and I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. And the only thing I can think of is that I grew up with a lot of pet snakes.
Ooh.
What, could you not buy any ferrets? What was the problem?
Anything where
They
you
were
are?
fresh out.
Add the ferrets to the snakes, Daniel.
Oh,
Wow.
good.
Well, there's our players for tonight. Welcome, everybody. Glad you're here. Now, those of you out there, you may not know this, but the real stars of our show are the tech team who's been working behind the scenes, nonstop and around the clock for at least the last 3 hours.
Oh, they get their own full
Yeah, there
screen.
they
How
are.
nice.
They got their own camera set up. Look at that. So there is a real danger of lag or freeze up. And if that happens, we're just going to, do as much as we can, as best we can. We'll replace some vacuum tubes and start the flux capacitor again, and then we'll be on our way. Okay. But if you have fun with us tonight, we sure would appreciate you giving us a thumbs up, a like, share, whatever. Make sure you subscribe to this channel too, so you get notified whenever we go live. Okay, players, we got all the pleasantries out of the way, all the junk. So this is your last chance to bail.
The junk of telling us who we are?
All right. So, tonight, we are going to play a little game that we like to call Haven't Seen It. Now, everything that happens tonight is completely made up on the spot with 0 rehearsals, which coincidentally is the definition of improv. Who'd have thought? Now, I have randomly picked 2 of the 6 people to be together and act out a scene from a classic play. Now, one player is given a script and the other is given nothing at all. Sort of like the government stimulus package. Anyway,
see what you did there.
One final important note here. If we do lose one of our players, if they lag or freeze it up or something, then I'm just going to tag someone else and they're going to take over the role. Because as we say in the biz, the show must go on. All right. Here we go. Let's get ready for our first scene.
Woo! Woo!
All right, now, what happens when Succession and Dallas meet up and have a baby? You get Hot Tin Roof, a steamy Southern Gothic that takes place on the cranky patriarch's birthday. Guess someone's having a bad day. Are going to kick us off with this hot family drama playing a happily married couple. You're on.
Why, year before last, when Susan McPheeters was singled out for that honor, you know what happened to her? You know what happened to poor little Susie McPheeters?
I think this was a party that that you went to without me. I didn't know about this one.
Somebody spit tobacco juice in her face.
Ugh.
That's right.
You went to some kind of eyes wide shut party with people spitting on each other and didn't tell me?
Some old drunk leaned out a window in the hotel and yelled, "Hey, Queen! Hey! Hey, Queenie!" Poor Susie looked up and flashed him a radiant smile, and he shot a squirt of tobacco juice right in Susie's poor face.
Ugh. I feel like the last thing we should be doing right now is spitting on each other, but I'm not a doctor.
What do I know about it? I was there. I saw it.
True, but nevertheless, science is science. I don't think we should be spitting on each other.
Susie didn't think so. Screamed like
Susie. Oh, did she?
They had to stop the parade and remove her from the throne and go on with.
Why
are you looking at me like that?
Well, I'm just confused because you were at a party and then suddenly there was a parade. So was this an indoor party, an outdoor party? They brought in a whole parade?
The way you were looking at me just now before I caught your eye in the mirror and you started to whistle. I don't know how to describe it, but it froze my blood. I've caught you looking at me like that so often. What are you thinking about when you look at me like that?
Oh.
Well, right now I'm confused why you're covered in tobacco juice, but other than that,
Well, I was conscious of it. What were you thinking?
Well, I sort of feel like I just said that, like you're covered in tobacco juice and you've been going out to parades that I didn't know about.
Don't you think I know that? Don't you think I know that?
I honestly don't know because you just asked what I was thinking, but then when I told you, so you knew what I was thinking, but you asked me to tell you, this feels like a trap.
That I've gone through this hideous transformation, become hard, frantic, cruel.
Oh.
This feels like a trap. I feel like this is a game that I was not prepared for.
I was going to say something that I get very lonely.
Well, I'm here and you've been going out to parties, so if you're lonely, you could have just stayed home where I am and then not been lonely but you're leaving. What's
Living
happening?
with someone you love can be lonelier than living entirely alone if that one that you love doesn't love you.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
I don't know what pillow you read that off of, but that's ridiculous.
No. God, I wouldn't
Live with someone you love? I don't understand what's happening right now.
lean on me.
Oh, okay.
Lean on my shoulder.
That's a good suggestion of a place. I wasn't sure.
Here, take it.
Take
We
your
mustn't
shoulder.
scream at each other. The walls in this house have ears.
Okay. This is a metaphor, or is this like some sort of hell house?
I'll do you that favor. I'll speak in a whisper, if not shut up completely, if you will do me a favor and make that drink your last one till the party.
No promises.
Big Daddy's birthday party?
Right, yeah, right. That's why we're here. Big Daddy. My daddy, your daddy. This is weird.
You know this is Big Daddy's birthday.
Yeah, that's why we're here. Good point. Yes, Big Daddy. Right. I was thinking of medium-sized daddy.
Well, I remembered it for you.
Great. That's why we're married. I mean, you remember the stuff that I don't remember, and you don't remember to tell me about the spitting fluids on each other parties. But that's fine. I'm not upset.
You just have to scribble lines on this card.
What? I thought he said no gifts.
It's got to be your handwriting. It's your present. I've given him my present. It's got to be your handwriting.
Okay, but he had said no gifts, so now you've gotten him a gift, and now I just look inconsiderate because I didn't. Why didn't you just sign both of our names?
I got one for you.
Great. Well, this feels like a trap.
And have him know you didn't remember his birthday.
No, I did. I remembered he had just said no gifts, so because I listened to what
You don't have to prove you didn't.
It feels like I do.
Just write, love Brick, for God's sakes.
My name is right. Yes, love Brick.
You've got to.
I will. Do you have a pen? I seem to have not brought mine.
I'm not living with you. We occupy the same cage.
And scene. Wow.
That was
Good job, guys.
Wow.
just the way Tennessee Williams wrote it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I see now why he's considered one of the greatest of our generation.
Hot out here, boy. Damn hot. So
I think I
damn
just needed a
hot.
big cigar, and it would have been perfect.
Yeah. That was Tennessee Williams played Nothing Rhymes with Southern Comfort.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you very much. And if you've just now joined us, we are the Digital Grid Players, and you're watching the Greeley Station Theatre Improv Show, and I'm your host, Stacey Campbell. So make sure you like, subscribe, do whatever you have to do to make sure that you do not miss our next adventure. We also accept money, which we'll talk about later.
Yes, we do. All denominations,
We're
5,
playing
10,
a game right
20s.
now called Haven't Seen It, where I pair up two players, one with a script and the other without, and then it's a duel to the death. So are we ready?
Wait, who's dying?
Let's play
Was that
scene
pre-exciting?
2. Death of a Salesman, written by Arthur Miller, is the kind of family gathering that we all dream of, full of sickness, yelling, dysfunction, and age. It's a laugh a minute and just perfect for our own Kimberly and Katie to play two brothers who are just hanging out in their bedroom, chatting it up. Lady, you're on.
going to get his license taken away if he keeps that up. I'm getting nervous about him, you know, Biff?
I don't know. I think driving in the opposite lane's kind of charming.
No, I've driven with him. He sees all right. He just doesn't keep his mind on it, you know? I drove into the city with him last week. He stops at the green light and then turns red and he goes.
Maybe if we got him a pair of those like 3D glasses with the blue and red lenses, could switch it around. You know, help?
Huh? Why is the finest eye color for it in the business? You know that.
Is there really an eye color that can see colors better? Is that scientific?
You're not sour on Dad, are you, Biff?
Well, kind of hard not to be sour on Dad. You know what I'm saying?
Want one?
Do I want one what?
Funny, Biff. You know, us sleeping in here again. The old beds, all the talk that went across these two beds, our whole lives.
A little small for me. You know, I don't really fit into a twin bed anymore.
Well, about 500 women would like to know what was said in this room.
Really, 500? I think 500 for me alone, but I don't know how many for you.
With a collie dog.
A collie dog. Is that the kind of the dog we have?
Yeah, that was my first time, I think. You taught me everything I know about women. Don't forget that.
Your first time was with the collie dog. It's a little worrisome there. I don't know if you should have told me that.
Oh, I still am, Biff.
You still are with the collie dog.
I just control it, that's all. I think I got less bashful and you got more so. What happened, Biff? Where's the old humor, the old confidence? What's the matter?
You know, growing up just takes its toll on you. Don't you agree?
He's not mocking you.
Dad's always mocking us.
He just wants you to make good, that's all. I wanted to talk to you about Dad for a long time, Biff. Something's happening to him. He talks to himself.
Well, it's probably old age. Probably the fact that he's in this house alone. I don't know. You don't live here anymore. How do you know who he talks to?
But not so noticeable. It got so embarrassing I sent him to Florida. And you know something? Most of the time he's talking to you.
Talking to me when he's alone.
I can't make it out.
What is he saying?
I think the fact that you're not settled, that you're still kind of up in the air.
I'm settled plenty. Look, I don't sleep in a twin bed anymore. I can't say the same about you. I'm sleeping with women, with humans. I think I'm pretty settled.
What do you mean?
Well, do you remember what you confessed to me about 30 seconds ago? Dog? You're working.
I think if you just got started, I mean, if there's any future for you out there.
Yeah, I think I have plenty of a future, but I'm just worried about you now. You're worrying me.
What do you mean?
Well, you keep saying that I was the one who taught you everything, but I really hope that what you've done, I never taught you. I don't think I ever said those things.
Oh, Biff, you're a poet. You know that, Biff? You're an idealist.
I like poet better. I think I can rhyme better than idealize.
Oh, hell no.
And scene.
Oh my God.
Wow. I started
took a
sweating
turn.
there for a minute.
No
Yikes.
dogs were actually harmed in the improvising of this scene.
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all.
I don't even like collies. And I don't want to talk about it. I just don't want to talk about it.
But you did. You talked about it. Good job, ladies. Katie, you did a fantastic job. And because you're also my daughter, I'm going to give you 1,000 points for that.
Thanks, Dad.
But
I
since
love that.
since this game doesn't have points or anything, you get 0. So there you go. All right.
Seems
So
fair.
let's get ready for our final scene. Again, if you're just joining us, we're playing a game that we call Haven't Seen It, where I pick 2 players at random, throw them into a classic scene from a play, and one of the players has a script and the other one has to make everything up on the spot. All right, so let's have our final scene. Our final scene is from A Delicate Balance, a classic tale of, oh, who am I kidding? I've never heard of this show at all. I don't even know where it came from. But if the other two scenes are any indication at all, it has something to do with family drama and dysfunction with lots of yelling and throwing things. So it's the perfect scene for Abe and Rob to skewer it to death. Take it away, guys.
Do you think I like it? Do you?
Who doesn't like Brussels sprouts?
Do you? Do you think I enjoy it?
Listen, I made them grilled, and you said you hated those, so now they're braised.
Do you think this gives me some kind of martyr's pleasure? Do you?
Well, then stop eating them.
Well?
Well, what?
Yes. What about that? I come home. My room is full of Harry and Edna. I have no place to put my things.
Listen, I'm sorry about Harry and Edna. Their house burned down. They needed a place to stay. I'll grant you, their urinal collection is weird and massive, but I'll see what I can do.
It'll be different.
It will be different. It's already different.
I said that will be nice.
Oh, I agree. I'm sorry. I got defensive, and then let's just have a nice dinner of Brussels sprouts. Sorry I didn't make anything else.
What are they doing there? Don't they have a house anymore? Has the market gone bust without my knowing it? I may have been out of touch, but...
I just told you their house burnt down, as well as their urinal museum, I guess.
Why are they here?
They needed a place to stay.
What?
They needed a place to stay, man. I don't know what the hell to tell you. Just, everyone's trying their best.
What are they frightened of? Harry and Edna, frightened?
Why should they be? They're the one. You know what? I'm not having this argument with you.
Well, haven't you talked to them about it? I mean, for God's sake.
Listen. Sometimes Harry and Edna say they hear noises at night, okay? I know it's not you and me because, well, it's not you and me. But, maybe it's the pipes or something.
What have they done? What have they done? Stayed up in their room all day? In my room?
Yeah. Yeah, they're afraid to come down because of the noises, I guess.
Yes, what?
Well, they went through this traumatic experience of their house and museum burning down, so I imagine it's probably some, stress.
My room. That's my room.
I didn't say it wasn't. I'll move them to my room. I'll move them to mine.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for screeching.
That's all right. We're both a little screechy right now.
Da, 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 da.
Spoopy doopy doop doop a dow.
What?
I thought we were doing a scat duet.
How was your time? Well, I was trying to tell you before you shut me up with Harry and Edna hiding upstairs, and
well, tell me now. What do you want? What do you need to tell me?
I will try to tell you, Mother, once again, before you've turned into a man.
Sure, sock it to me. What else? What else?
You go straight.
And scene. You go straight to hell. That's the last line right there.
Oh, man.
Beautiful.
That was actually the last conversation my mother and I had, too. So that works out really well.
Oh, those are the precious.
It was almost as if neither of you were listening to each other and you were both talking about different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Almost seems that way.
So you were there.
That's every Mother's Day right there. That was amazing. Well, that's it for us. We made it. Not too bad. Thank you so much for joining us. Those of you who are out there, we would love to hear from you. We'd love your comments, your questions. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. And if you're so inclined, if you'd like to see more of us, we'll take your donations too. There's even a handy little Venmo link down at the bottom in the description part, right below this screen on YouTube. Feel free to give us thousands of dollars if you'd like. We'd love that.
If you'd like to see more of us, that's
Yes.
something.
Well, whether you
How
do
many
or not,
buttons?
maybe it's
I'll start
just
popping buttons if it means
Or
money.
if you really don't want to see more of us, give
Or
us
if you don't
hundreds
wanna
of
see more,
thousands of dollars.
That will work as well. So anyway, make sure you hit subscribe so you know when we go live again. And I'm Stacey Campbell on behalf of the Digital Grid players who are fantastic tonight. Woo! And you've been watching Greeley Station Theatre. So thank you and good night.
Thank you.
Bye.